In this video, I've invited concept designer Iona Brinch to join me for a digital versus practical sculpting face-off. By face-off, I mean we're literally going to be facing each other, sculpting each other for the next 5 hours. Iona will be sculpting me in ZBrush and I will be sculpting her in water-based clay. And here's the disclaimer, even though we both use sculpture as part of our work, none of us have sculpted portraits very much, and not for a very long time.
So this is going to be a challenge.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm constructing my armature out of newspaper and masking tape on top of a wooden stand. And as I get ready to add clay on top, Iona, after some technical difficulties, is ready to start from a digital sphere. Iona and I, even though we're both Danish, we actually met in New Zealand where we worked together at Wētā Workshop for about 8 years.
Yeah, 12 years ago we met for the first time.
Yes, and so this is a bit of a reunion. Well, we've seen each other in between.
Yeah.
A creative reunion where we finally have time to collaborate again.
Yes.
And Iona's come to hang out with me just for the day. So we have given each other 5 hours. It's a 5-hour challenge. It's not a competition.
No. So don't compare the work.
She made me promise that it's not a competition. Yeah, you're not allowed to smile with your teeth because teeth is a lot.
Come on.
And then profile. Can we make requests?
Yes.
For like, you know,
What you want.
tucking in a little bit here and a little bit there.
I want that too. Oh, and back.
Yes.
Okay, it's just a lot of hair. It doesn't make any difference.
By the way, that's Rocky here in the background. He needs his own introduction as you'll likely hear him tapping around the studio and barking in the background of this video.
Is that how long my nose is?
I think to make this fair, even though it's not a competition, you should turn off symmetry.
And then we should have started at the same time.
To make things not my fault, you have technical issues. Well, it is my problem.
It is.
I'm the one making the video.
Yeah.
What's the best things about ZBrush?
It is the quickness of it. How you can just quickly mock something up and use it for something else or get an idea down. It's an awesome tool to have for concept design. And how you can both do hard surface sculpting and organic sculpting.
Yeah.
Symmetry.
Yes.
But it also takes away from the, like, it's such a backwards way of sculpting, having to go in and afterwards take off the symmetry because no face is symmetrical. When it's symmetrical, then you have to go in and actually find the imperfections.
Yeah, you almost have to look for the imperfections, right?
And that's almost harder than when you sculpt it and do one side at a time. You just look at that side, you sculpt that, and then the other one just automatically, you just see the different side of it. So it's, yeah, it has its challenges, like everything.
Back over on my side, I'm still working on my basic shapes and wishing for a little bit of that symmetry that would for sure make the early stages go a lot faster. But I'm making progress, just slow and steady.
The friendship test.
This? Og strukturere hinanden.
Sangen.
No.
Friendship is where. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Friendship is where.
With my eyes closed, that's how well I know your face. I feel like we should also tell the viewers a little bit more about you. So, here comes a quick bio on Iona. Iona is a concept designer at Wētā Workshop in New Zealand, and she has worked on, what have you worked on?
Recently, the newest Avatar film, Rings of Power series, and also a lot of stuff that I'm not really allowed to mention yet. Watch this space. Do that. Watch her.
Wētā Workshop in New Zealand, where Iona works and where we worked together for a number of years, is a design and physical manufacturing company, probably best known for their work on Lord of the Rings, King Kong, and as Iona mentioned, also Avatar. And she's been very modest when she talks about her work. She's designed costumes, weapons, and creatures for a ton of films, and she's also an amazing watercolor artist in her own right. All yours, honey.
Thank you.
With only 1 hour left of our self-imposed deadline, we realize it's a very big ask to model and be modeled at the same time. So we decide to double the remaining time by giving each other 1 hour each. We're bending the rules a little bit here, but we're still only spending 5 hours of sculpting each.
It's quite tiring. Or just because you're just sitting
hard
not
work.
doing anything. I think the A is way too low.
Just chop it off. Stick it back on. Can you just look like the sculpture instead of me making the sculpture look like you? And actually, could you take off your glasses?
Yeah.
That would be most helpful.
There we go.
Thank you.
When did you last do something in water-based clay?
I've done quite a few animals recently, and I'm about to do a concept sculpt for a large scale sculpture. I love working in water-based clay and like being able to use my hands as a tool. And I really love this sort of gestural expression you can get in
like
water-based clay.
Yeah.
A bit of a roughness that just sort of captures the energy.
Like in a portrait like this, it's like getting the essence.
Yeah.
Rather than, dwelling on the details.
Yeah,
No,
100%.
Yeah. But this gestural stuff is very hard to do in ZBrush.
Yeah, I could imagine. Pretty much all the digital sculpting I've done has been conceptual, but it's been a sketch, so it hasn't been anything that needed to be 3D printed or rigged. I've quite enjoyed that, not having to think of it too technically, but thinking of it more as an expression, so like sculpting costume parts onto an already 3D scanned body shape, and then playing around with that before it actually went into true production. I think that's been a quite fun way to work.
Yeah, you can roughly just mug up the shape in 3D, and then you can also choose the angle that you want that you know is going to fit perfectly into your 2D image. Yeah,
that's cool that you can use it in that way, so instead of having to draw it up from every angle, you sort of have at least your base work done.
And also if the client comes back and actually wants to see the character from a different angle, then you can pull out that 3D reference you've made and add that in from the desired angle.
Yes. As time is running out, both Iona and I are honing in on the details, at least as much as we can in the little time we have left. Here, Iona has taken off the ZBrush symmetry and is now trying to capture my uneven smile and all the other little details that makes me me.
Remember to get the smile lines.
Yes, absolutely. But I thought we were capturing the essence.
True.
Not the texture here.
No, that's true. It's all the small wrinkles that are coming. What a shame.
Yeah.
I think you've given me some cheekbones as well.
I thought you requested that.
That's off camera.
Well, we'll cut that off. Cut that out. With only minutes to go, I have to prioritize where I want to put my focus. I feel like I've captured the likeness from certain angles, but with 3D objects, whether that be in clay or ZBrush, the trick and the challenge is of course to keep spinning it around. So I'm not even gonna attempt the ears. They're just a placeholder.
Yes.
But right now they're very large placeholders. I might just shave them down a little bit. What do you think other people get up to when they catch up after not seeing each other for a year? What do you think normal people do?
Of course they sit and sculpt each other.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing.
Can I look?
Yes!
Can I start? Time's almost up.
Okay, okay. Yes, okay.
I know it's not finished.
No.
It's never,
It's never
it's
finished.
a personal project.
Yeah.
Never finished, but okay.
Ta-da!
Hey! It's me! I'll twirl for the camera.
I haven't quite nailed the hairband.
No, that really ruins the personality.
It really does.
Yeah. I feel like you've complimented me, giving me a long neck.
A long neck.
I have a short neck. Oh, I also turned my t-shirt the wrong way.
We can try with some different textures or materials actually.
Ooh, metal me. She looks fresher than I feel right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you look pretty fresh. Okay, my turn.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Alright.
Very ready.
You almost should get down and like see it in eye height, so I'll spin it around.
Okay.
3, 2.
Yeah.
Don't think that this is what I think of you.
I wanted to say that too about mine.
3, 2, 1. There you are. I feel like it looks like a hit. I just don't feel like it quite looks like you yet.
I think we should put the glasses on.
We should.
There we go. Mwah. Oh, that's weird.
It's a little bit of self-love.
No, I'm loving your art. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you. And there you are. That's what 5 hours of sculpting looks like, allowing for a decent amount of giggles and a lot of talking in between. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to check out more of our design and sculpting work, you can find us both on Instagram, or you can stick around YouTube for some more sculpting demonstrations and tutorials. Bye!